Any questions, particularly breaking? You want me to stay within the field of breaking or move into hip hop in general?
F-E-A-R, fear, you ain't gonna find out here, my territory.
MCing? Hip hop in general? Okay. MCing, anybody know the difference in MCing and rapping? Good.
Well, a rapper generally focuses on himself and just like rapping.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna continue your story. We're gonna move from your story, okay? Remember what he said back 10 minutes ago when he was talking about back when the breakers started coming up doing their thing? Okay, the rapper was just the guy, he's the DJ, and I'm the rapper. He's just the guy that said, introduce the DJ, introduce the breakers, big up the crowd, put your hands up in the air, all that kind of stuff, wave your hands left and right, that's all he did, nothing else. Right? Then it got to the point where he decided to start talking about himself, and then as he started to get more realized that he stopped, now he could really start talking about himself, and the ego thing started coming in, right? The money started coming in. When I came in, they made breaking, the breakers. Breaking is the reason why the MC got noticed. You know what I mean? The breaking blew up first. Rap was always there though. So rap was a black sheep of the family. Breaking got pushed aside because it's not like a profitable thing. You can't sell breaker records, you know what I mean? The DJ they had to keep because the DJ got paid the rapper's music in the clubs, etc. on the radio stations, right? The rapper made money for the record labels. A lot of the rappers you see out there saying they got business and that. You understand the record label contracts, right? The label gives you money and then takes it back, right? It's too much to explain right now. Okay, anyway, the rapper is basically just concerned with his specific image and his specific dollar bill. The MC actually has an intelligent mind behind it. There is a big difference between KRS-One and a lot of the rappers on television. You know what I mean? If you go do your research and check it out properly, just because something's hot on the radio or hot in the club and stuff doesn't necessarily mean that's hip hop. Because after Bombada, who heard and DJ Red Alert, they're the ones who started it. Their opinion counts more so than any record label executive or television BET person, etc., just like how Microsoft started Windows and Bill Gates still runs it. So hip hop has been hijacked approximately 20 years ago, 15 years ago, and there is a global attempt to retrieve it, but the veil has to be lifted of the difference between hip hop and rap, because you say hip hop, a lot of people think you're talking about rap. Rap is just a rapper.
I love you. Surface. Cause I love you. You know you love me, boy. But why are you again? Baby,
who knows about Zulu Nation? What?
Well, Zulu Nation was basically like, I think it was kind of like a crew organization.
Yeah. It was an organization, to be blatant, it was a gang to begin with. It wasn't called Zulu Nation, but beforehand it was a gang in New York, different parts of New York. Bombada was the guy. He was a leader. He changed his life to stop gang activity, and they created hip hop to combat gang activity. But now, 20-something years in the future, you see that the attempt, you know what I mean? Now it actually represents gang activity in a way, rap element. Zulu Nation is the educational fifth element. Who knows about the elements of hip hop? You got the breaker, the DJ, the MC, and the rapper. But then the fifth element is the mind, the ability, the people that made it happen, right? Without the manager of Jay-Z's not going to be out there. Without the person who set up the events, etc., that person is also a part of the element of hip-hop. He's part of the fifth. Russell Simmons, for instance, right? There would have been no Run DMC out there. Russell Simmons wasn't out there. Russell going to make it, push and promote and put them out there and all that stuff. So you have to acknowledge the people who actually brought it, along with the little extensions, the breaking and the graph, etc., etc. Zulu Nation is an international organization. You go check out their website, ZULUNATION.com. It's broken down into many different sections, from wisdom to the physical arts. All right. Anyone else? No one else talks to me?
Chaos.
Huh?
Chaos.
Yeah, chaos next. Well, most Canadian rappers are nice, to be honest with you. You know what I was talking about earlier when I said rap and hip hop? Most Canadians are actually hip hop. You know what I mean? Maybe not the super commercial ones, but in general, the Canadians kept their intellect far. You know what I mean? You go back so many years ago, people used to actually talk in their lyrics, you know what I mean? Express your opinion. Now when you go get a record deal, right? At my house right now, I have more than 4 contracts of record contracts, right? I never sign none of them because it will force me to adjust to, you know what I mean? I'd be walking up here and I have a gold chain on, and then I have this on and that on, and that's what, you know, they make me adjust to a certain thing that I'm not willing to adjust to because I'm dealing with hip-hop culture, the original form, you know what I mean? Not the package, the rapper, you know what I mean? A lot of people, rappers, they just want to make money, but in actuality, the record label comes, gives you money, and then you go on TV and you say you're so rich, and you got your cars, and you got your this, and you got your that, and you're billionaires, and you know what I mean? Everything's there. But then now, payday comes, and they say, all right, you recorded at this studio, it costs this much. You flew to this many concerts, it costs this much. This guy did your cover for you, that costs this much. This person did your hair. By the time they're done telling you all that, you're left with 50 cents. You know what I mean? But they already done told you on the TV screen how rich they are. Too late. It's not like they come out and be honest with you and say, oh guys, by the way, you know, I made that money, you know, they took it back from you. You know, they don't say all that, they just move on. You know? So only some of the artists out there actually make the money that they claim to make. They do bring the money in, but they don't keep it. So no point in bragging about something you don't get to keep. Only a few artists do get to keep. That's why you see a lot of them come and go. Some will be big this year, and then give it a year or two, you never hear about them again. Right? I'm pretty sure many artists have been named in that category.